One of the ways that you can really become wealthy and become very rich is to start making your money work for you.
That's right.
Right? But if you just sit your money down, I don't care if it's in the bank or under your mattress or just not doing nothing with it, that money will never grow. Right? Money that is not spent or invested just doesn't grow. Hello, rich friends. Good to see you again on another episode of the New Rich Podcast. I'm Uyi Abraham, and here's my co-host,
Dr. Faith Abraham. Hi, Richies.
Good to see you all. We're so glad that you're tuning in. If this is your first time, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share with 5 other new rich friends that you have to learn something and get educated on the show.
Absolutely.
So part of our passion and our mission in this show is to teach you how to be a more successful person, entrepreneur, and to help you with your personal finance, your income, your business, and just help you to just achieve your goals and your dreams. So today we have a very, very interesting topic to talk about.
Quite interesting.
But before we do that, so how was your week?
My week was great. Been seeing some interesting trends on social media. So it's been keeping me laughing, especially in light of the issues with the eggs and the price increase on the egg. Yes, it was funny because this particular video I'm thinking about, it was with Black farmers, which we're always happy to see on the timeline. And he was basically like acting like his eggs were dope. And he was like there, his wife is in the background dancing, like it was a whole video production. It was awesome. So it just goes to show you never know when your time will come. Just be in the right position, doing what you do, and it'll blow up. I think that thing had about 50,000 likes. So I can only imagine how many views.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I was happy for them, but it was just a quick reminder, like just be in position, do what you're supposed to be doing, and at the right point and at the right time, God will make it happen.
Wow, that's interesting. And I've been seeing a lot of these things going on with the egg thing. So
yeah,
what's really going on? Why is egg so expensive now?
Okay. So apparently now I found this out through the Shade Room comments. So shout out to the Shade Room. But there's a young lady who works in the factories, but basically there's like bird flu amongst the chickens. So when they have the eggs are contaminated. So they have to throw out the eggs. So it's them having a very limited supply, whereas usually it's very, very abundant. So the price is really low. So since the supply is down, but the demand is still high, the price is high. So there's supply and demand lesson for you right there with the eggs.
Wow. So so that's really what's going on with the egg thing, you know.
According to the young lady in the Shade Room comments.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of it going on with, the inflation thing, and now it's eggs and foods. I don't know what else is going to be happening, That's quite interesting, So today we're going to be talking about why you should not keep money in the bank, because this is also counter culture and counter what everybody was raised to do.
Yeah, it's counterintuitive.
Yeah, because we're all raised to like keep your money in the bank.
That's
don't
right.
keep your money at home.
Or under the mattress.
Don't put it under the mattress. Put it in the bank. And that you get some interest from the bank, and you get all these benefits from the bank. But just like we're finding out, many things that we were taught about life, about finances, about income just wasn't true or is no longer true, right?
That part.
There was a time they told us to go to school, get good grades, get good education, and you're going to be financially free for the rest of your life. Okay. I mean, it worked for a while. But it's no longer true because now, the average income in America is $40,000 a year.
Yeah.
Most people finish school with $200,000 in student loan debt, and they barely can get a job for $40,000 a year.
Yep.
And living expenses are very high. So when you do the math, you see that it's almost impossible.
The math is not mathing.
Exactly. Impossible to, to do well and to pay bills and to make it in life, So everything we've been taught about finances, about banking has been wrong. So there's a new way to look into these things, especially for the 21st century. So today we're going to be talking about why you should not keep money in the bank. Banks are not your friends, okay? The bank is not your friend. The bank is there to take your money and to profit from your money. So I've had a lot of experiences with the banks. I've had multiple banks over the years. I've banks I've worked with, and after a while I noticed that, the banks are not there for my benefit.
Right.
The banks are there for their benefit.
Mm-hmm.
And many things that the banks do is not for the consumer. It's
Right.
for them to make money for their shareholders and others, investors and stuff like that. So we're going to be talking today on why you should not put money in the bank. So what you say about that before we get real started into
deep
it?
into it. I mean, I think it's a great conversation to have, just like you were saying. And we have to realize that there's a lot of things that we didn't know.
Yeah.
And for Richie's, you're now in a different place, money-wise. You're probably an entrepreneur. And if you're not an entrepreneur, you have a side hustle. If you don't have a side hustle, you have your career, but you're also expanding your horizons and you're making more money than maybe your parents, your grandparents, people around you were making. And so now there's a different way to move. Nigeria, we say levels, there's different levels to life. And at every level, there's knowledge and understanding that you have to acquire and you have to have so that you can really truly thrive. And so even leveling up, you realize that a bank is not really a bank. It's a lender. It's a business that their business is money. And they find different ways that we'll talk about to leverage whatever money that you give to them with the mindset of, oh, I'm just putting my money here for safekeeping. I'm putting my money here so that they can give me money for the money. This is a savings account, right?
Yeah.
They can give me money, which is interest, for the money I'm putting in here. Not realizing that they're making money off of everything that you put in there. And I even saw a video where Soldier Boy, he was complaining and he was like, this is $30,000, but I have $100,000 and you guys couldn't give me $100,000.
Exactly.
Where is it at? Honey, they are a bank. They took that money and they leveraged it for themselves.
And pay you a penny.
A penny, yes, literally.
In interest.
In a whole year. We'll send you the little thing in the mail and it'll be like, you earned
2 cents.
And I'm like, not even a dollar?
Not even a dollar? And you had about 30,000 in that bank account,
It's amazing. But he was really baffled by that. And a lot of people were like, wait, what? And it just goes to show that a lot of people don't have that knowledge. And we're going to share that today.
Yes. So yes, why you should not put or keep your money in the bank, because when you keep your money in the bank, it doesn't benefit you. It only benefits the bank, right? So for example, if you put like $10,000 in your checking or your savings, it doesn't. In fact, the worst form of banking is savings account. Is a scam, right? Because a lot of banks will tell you to put certain amount in your savings so that you can earn interest. But then when you look at how much you earn in a year in the interest, let's say you have $10,000 in your savings account, you only probably make about 5 to 10 cents, usually less than $5. You're going to make the whole year, right? So guess what? This is what happens when you take your money to the bank, you make a deposit, right? For example, for easy illustration, you put $10,000 in the bank. So by law, the bank is only required to keep a fraction of it in safe deposit. So usually, and the number varies, usually it's going to be about 10%, 7 to 10%, right? So you take 10,000, you deposit into the bank. The bank by law is required to keep a certain percentage, maybe $1,000 of it. So what happens to the other 9,000? They loan it out. They profit from it. They make money from your money, right? And when they make money from your money, they don't give you a share of the money they make from your money, right? But somebody would say, but what about, hey, but I still saw the 10,000 in my, in your bank statements.
Right.
That's what we call digital banking, right?
Correct.
So technically, you still have your $10,000 deposit there, but the money is not actually there. It's just showing your exactly
Because it just shows what the bank is liable to you
to
for.
you, exactly.
That's
It shows what it's liable to you for. Then the bank take that money and they profit. They buy stocks, they buy real estate, they do all kind of other businesses from it, right? And yet is your money that is making them rich, right? Why you are not profiting from that
At all.
You get what I'm saying? So if you want to really grow your income, your business in 2023 and beyond, you should not keep your money to the bank.
Right.
What we recommend is that you keep just about 3 to 6 months of your expenses, right? Just in case for emergency use, right? But the rest of your money, you need to take it out of the bank because it's not profiting you nothing. Why allow the bank to make money on your money when you would do a better job making more money on your money?
We would do a better job provided we are keeping track of our money versus keeping track or keeping up with the Joneses.
Exactly.
So we too have to be good stewards
Yeah.
over our money, or rather, let me say it this way. We have to be better stewards over our money than a bank would be.
Exactly.
Because you work hard for the money.
Yeah.
You've done the personal development. You've dealt with a lot of different issues. You've had people quit on you. You've had to fire people. You've gone through all the stuff that you've gone through to grow and to become this CEO and generate this income for yourself. It also extends into your personal finances and, of course, your business finances. I would even say that this is very relevant for your business income as well. To have the business income go back into the business, that's an investment. But then also to have your business have investments. But maybe that's another video for you.
I think that would be another video, So what do you do with the money that you would have put in the bank? You need to invest it, right?
Absolutely.
You can invest it in stocks. You're going to make more profit from that than the 0.00% interest you're going to earn from the bank. You can buy real estate. You can invest in personal development, in coaching, in mentorship, in books, in programs, masterminds and stuff like that. You can turn it into start a tour business, Airbnb business. There are so many ways that you can make your money multiply. Because the new rich, right? One of the ways that you can really become wealthy and become very rich is to start making your money work for you.
That's right.
Right? But if you just sit your money down, I don't care if it's in a bank or under your mattress or just not doing nothing with it, that money will never grow. Right? Money that is not spent or invested just doesn't grow.
Correct.
So what we want you to do this year, right? Don't keep all your money in the bank. Keep just about your living expenses, then take the rest of your money and find ways to invest it. It's even safer to invest in index funds like S&P 500 and the others, right? That has more guaranteed interest and whereby the risks are also lower than giving it to the bank, right? And there are several ways to the bank also make money from your money.
They do. they have a system in which they generate income, and every bank is not the same. I cut myself off. They have a system in which they are sure to generate income for themselves. Every bank is not the same. Some banks, focus on certain things, and other banks focus on certain things. But overall, the understanding is very clear that they are a business, and their goal is to take what you give them and multiply it, when you could be multiplying that for yourself.
Yeah.
And we have to remember, with inflation is a constant variable, okay? It's always there to some degree. And so when we were saying the example of $10,000 just sitting there in the bank and you're like, yes, I have $10,000. Well, that's great if inflation doesn't increase.
Exactly.
So if inflation increases,
then your spending power reduces.
Your spending power reduces. So yes, it's $10,000, thumbs up. But Richie, when inflation hits, by the time you look at that $10,000 and you go to use it, it's only worth, or you can only use it and have its value be at $9,500, $9,000, because inflation has gone up, the value of that dollar has gone down.
That's a very good illustration. And now we're in the middle of a recession and inflation is going crazy. don't trust the bank, right? I rather trust myself than
Yes.
trusting the bank.
Yes.
I know I can flip at 10,000. I know I can flip at 20,000 than to keep it right there sitting in the bank. This is something that we do personally too, right? We don't just keep all of our money in the bank. We're taking our money out now. We're buying real estate. We're buying, we invest in our businesses. We spend on marketing. We spend on personal development, in coaching and mentorship. We spend on things that will bring us income, right? Because money is something that you have to keep using, right? Money have to keep growing. Because money that is stagnant dries up. A money that is circulating just keeps circulating, right? That's why the rich people, they owe a lot of debt, right?
Yes.
Because they rather owe the bank than to keep money in the bank.
In the bank, yeah.
So I think that's a good thing. I got to say it again. It's whether you owe the bank, in other words, take money from the bank, get a loan from the bank, and use their money to make money, right? Than to keep your money there while the bank use your money and you don't get anything out of it. Anything else you want to share on this?
No, I mean, it's good stuff. And it's always good to hear things over and over again because that's how you learn. Repetition is the key to learning. And it's a great reminder that there's always a constant shift that has to take place within us when it comes to certain information and learning things. So even hearing you say that, it's like, reinforcing that, like, don't be lazy, don't get comfortable, be uncomfortable, and always be willing to circulate those funds, because it'll always come right back to you. When you're being a good steward over something, it's always going to come back to you.
Awesome. All right. So this video was brought to you by Vonza.com, the all-in-one platform to run your business online. When I want to create online courses, memberships, products, scheduling, everything you need in one place. So you can start your free trial today at Vonza.com.
Turning your knowledge into revenue is supposed to be a seamless experience, but you're stuck dealing with messy tech and the frustrations of tying multiple tools together just to create and sell online. Using multiple platforms to run one business wastes a lot of time and money. With Vonza, simplify your online business and delight your customers. One platform to run your business effectively. Create courses. Sell products. Build website. Sales funnels. Grow community. Coach clients. Send emails. Get paid. Finally, all the tools you need to turn your knowledge into a flourishing business. Vonza is so easy to use. Start your free trial now at Vonza.com. The best all-in-one business platform.
So in conclusion of this video, we're going to say it over and over again until everybody hears this. Don't keep money in the bank. Rather, take your money out of the bank and use that money to grow your life, your business, and use that money and invest it yourself. And you're going to yield more return than keeping it in the bank.
Great.
All right. See you in the next episode.